Guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reading the book. Since my favorite source 24, I decided to get this book, 24, The Sweat Theory. It has 24 chapters, so we're going to each do one chapter. We'll have nothing to do with the prologue. You just see the prologue. It starts from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. So, we're going to read chapter 1, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So, let's go.
The following takes place between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m.
I promise you there will be no need for anything rough. Jack Bauer believed him, and though his sling sour, he voted for it but Lo to do the same thing. The FBI agent hissed, not as sure as Jack. Finally, he lowered his Glock 40, but did not holster it. The fat man on the wrong end of Brewer's gun chuckled nervously. Your Agent Bauer knows when he won. I am not the type to give you trouble, but the explosion hadn't changed since the moment they kicked in the door. You gave us trouble back in '93. Jack knew Wu Chun, it's just kind of hard to say, was spoken more than he planned to bite. Broochnan was even aware of the entire package. All he knew was that the fat man woman has been connected to terrorist activities. But Jack was CLA, and by law of CLA was not allowed to approach domicile. Broochner since made it legal. Not me, woman said. He lowered himself heavily into his armchair of his own living room, like a guest. Not sure the chair was familiar to him. There was already a deep in the where he usually settled his wild word. I just don't want to say the air as a word. Sorry. The chair creaked heavily and made a sound like one of those rings popping. He kept his hands on the armrest in plain view. He wore thick gold rings on most of the thick fingers. His nail appearance on the very neat and shiny. His mustache face smiled at them. A smile that was neither a murmured non-department. It was exactly the smile of a man who had no desperate expect to please whoever might do him the most damage. And right now, that honor belongs to Jack Bauer of the CIA and Ed Buchner of the FBI. Women smiled again. I wasn't involved directly at the war in the truck bombing. Jack murdered for. To stay with the war while he squealed the rest of the house. It was a small burglary in Panama City in the dirty heart of San Fernando Valley north of Los Angeles. Master bedroom, extra bathroom, kitchen. He was done quickly and returned the room to Burchino. I think I know it now. Jack sat on the sofa that put his back to a wall and gave him a view of the front door and the hallway. Bushman locked the door itself. Although with women's size, there was no way he could outrun them, even if there was a time. The search has been taking a few years, but Jack spoke as if no time he passed, not directly. But you used to go by the name of Minister, and your friends with Sheikh Omar Albert were Sheikh Omar was the man behind the 1993 bombing. Bushman added, you moved the money around for him. Woman sighed at Bushman. Then applied to Jack, Agent Bauer. Look at me. I am a green fat man of moderate resources. I am neither a poet nor a zealot. I have one goal in life, and that is to make myself comfortable as possible. I do not find in a drink or it been comfortable, so I will tell you everything I can. Started by taking us through 93, Jack said. That's all I want to know. Woman or born. He talked frankly, but immediately he told Jack nothing the CIA agent didn't already know 7 years ago. Zach Omar Abu Woodman, the blind Zach, had inspired several members of Jersey City mosques to plug a truck bomb in the parking structure of the World Trade Center. Most of those responsibilities has been cut, including in the circus of one terrorist about other woman, your son, has been taken into custody and then mistakenly released, and he slipped away to somewhere in the Middle East, probably Iraq, with the most of the main couples in jail. The media considered the case closed, but the World Trade Center bombing has been wake-up call for females in the U.S. government, and they have started watching more carefully. Woman had been missing in her first rounds of introduction. He's been brought into custody and knows something. He personally told Jack that he did not find the conviction of all, but his only real connection to the World Trade Center bombing was an association with some of blind Zero friends, and a knack of introduction their money possible of the FBI and federal prosecutors has chosen not to pursue a case of him since 1993. Ramon has been interviewed several times by the feds, and each time he answered that 1993 had skilled him into a much more cultures and understanding of circles. Jack come to Ramon from the other end of operation. Jack was currently on the run in CIA, although he couldn't explain even to his wife what alone meant. In the early days, in the military and with LAPD, it has been easy. You were assigned to a unit and you work in that unit. You were put to a commanding officer, and that was that. But over the years, Jack has risen or fallen. He wasn't so rich into the Moses station of operations. It was through the closer he got into a service of destruction, making the more complex of network became communication channels crisscrossed with to recharge look like Easter drawings. It was too common of phrase one of Jack's CIA controls has used the fog of technique. But one thing woman clear, even that it was in the fog, the bad guys were there. They were out there, and clearly Jack couldn't predict the heart of his own government workings. He saw as hell could be praised of the heart of the other guys, so when the chance to be seconded to the CIA has come up, he has taken into a heartbeat. CIA meant overseas work, and that where the enemy live. In highway, Jack most recent attacks with the CIA has led them back home. Folks tell me you have been in bed with Ali and Asa, Jack said. Ramon winks at the thumb in bed and will go through his spiritual fingers. Father likes to sound more important than he is. A fat man said. Ask anyone. Sorry, he is. The fat man said, ask anyone to chill. I did, and you're right, Jack said. If you believe, Fox said, Bill here would be asking the questions, but not me. Bushman smiled unnecessarily. But I don't believe that you're gotten closer with some unnecessary types again, woman, and I also believe some were in all the Fox stories about the terrorist attacks in U.S. So there will be a little bit of truth. You are not type to blow yourself up for the sake of Allah, and you're not the type to go to jail for someone else's sake. So tell me everything you know about Amar Woman. You also trying to get back to his country, Woman sighed. If you know about your son, then you must know about it tomorrow night. Jack reacted stolidly. This point training for channel. What? Tomorrow night? Woman looked incredibly surprised. I thought you knew. I don't know what it is, but I will know that it is tomorrow. Postman stood up and started to tell us what it is. The fat man leaned back to his tail. This time it didn't creak or pop as all. Somewhere in his brain that seemed wrong to Jack. I don't know what I swear, woman said. I am not a terrorist. You only handle their money. The FBI agent snapped. He leaned down, gripping woman's sword into chocolate fist, but not their information. Woman clapped his sweaty, virtuous hand over Boatman's. I only know that your son is leaving the next day. So it must be tomorrow night. He will not stay longer. What's the target? Boatman said. Hold on, Jack started to say. Won't speak again. I don't know. I only know that your son must. You must. That with you, son, you must think in 2 years. I hard to think of 3 points of an attack. Jack. 3 opposite. 3 all the time. This is stupid. Boatman said. He briefly with legs and heavy. The fat man and out of his seat. Jack heard a drop. Down! He yelled. The chair blew up. Vanson spilled a lot of hot wooden meal. Jack hits on the floor. 1,000 angry bees tore his shirt. Some got in his skin, trying to pull the bees away from the center of the blast. Still, Kim Bowchoose. Her best friend Jane, your grimy Miss Salisbury. Kissed in French. Everybody old and Phil. There were 6 of them, 3 girls and 3 boys. Stood in the den of Lindsay Linda's house. The housekeeper was supposed to be watching them while Lindsay's mother was at a meeting. But housekeepers were easily gotten rid of, and the 6 13-year-olds had gotten down to a very insistent game of truth or dare. Kim Bauer looked at Luke, hoping she wasn't busting too badly. She was glad that Jane hadn't been chosen by Erwin. Erwin was cute, but he was Bottle's mentor. Luke was the hunk. He was most of the reason Kim Bauer had been willing to play truth or dare in the first place. Kim Bauer has kissed the boys before. She was 13 after all, but she's never friends kissed. She didn't think Luke had either. Their lips locked, something warm and really strange and uncomfortable habit. And then it was over except for a lot of scribbling and giggling. Okay, my turn, Kim said. Her heart was racing, but she felt no need to remain the center of that attention. Erwin, she declared to the boy across the circle on her. True or dare? Erwin had just removed from laughing and applauding truth, he said. Kim knew that Aaron and Jen had been going on sadly, and that they'd been caught behind the gym once. Jen denied anything was happening, but Kim wasn't sure. Has anyone ever touched you? She asked. Aaron's laugh stood a minute. Touch me? Well, sure. Kim, gone. She glared weakly at Jen. I mean, touch you down here. Kim, Jane, York. The other shrieked too, all except for Edwin. Kim had accepted him to burst, but instead he gone to his well split in. So obviously spill. I meant to say spill, not spit. Sorry. Repeat the others. Edwin was not playing along. He felt the color gone from his face, his lips trembling. He looked at Kim's with wet eyes, then looked down. All the laughter died. Edwin, Kim asked quietly. The boy got to his feet and hurried from the room. 6:19 p.m. Jack stumbled out of the clouds of smoke and under the sea of red and blue flashing set against black and white. He was safely aware of the police cars in a form of fear. He knew something was trying to stop him, but the words came through to his muffled voice. Disturbed by the rings of his ears. Booby trap, he said. Or at least that was mean to say. He couldn't hear his own words, bombing the chair, pose breeze, land like a landmine. The fat man sat down and triggered it. They were ahead of us. The union officers asked them a few more questions, but he couldn't hear them answer it. The head of us was kept thinking and saying. The head of us was of if we didn't know what they meant. So they left him struggling on the curb and went back inside to sort. Jack breathed in the cleaner air and worked his jaw as through that would open up channels and let the wind sound leave his tweet. The muffled voice became a little more distant as he watched figures in firemen's jackets carry two people out of the houses on stretchers. The fat man covered by a seat and postman, so I couldn't see much of the FBI inside, which the emergency protocol around him. But what a little he saw, they looked around. They were ahead of us, Jack told himself. They knew we talked to Ramon, and they tried to put us out of service. They were ahead of us. It's unknown to him that he kept spewing the same place. It was not a good sign. Someone killed behind him. Then the back of his shirt opened. The someone of the parallel double his back with surface red grace. The witness felt gore at first, then it strung Jack. Jack grilled his teeth, but said nothing. This was an easier deal to do than the ring in his head. He couldn't focus on pain. Sounds came into his head. Now he's separate and this man someone. Soon enough, he was available to focus on two people standing in front of him. One was the president, maybe the same one who had treated his back. The other was a tall man with steel blue eyes. It was unclear to Jack that he knew that man. Gotta be consistent. The permit was saying, and his back is torn up a little from chill. Fragment, but there was nothing serious. Not like the other guys. I can't believe he's surrounded. That's close. That's Jack. That's Jack, said Christopher Henderson. I remember Christopher Henderson. He was on 65. Henderson stooped in front of Jack to look him eye. You okay, buddy? Jack was Henderson's voice came further away, then short of. But otherwise, Jack's head was clearing. I'm pissed, he said. How are they? Henderson shook his head. The fat guy is dead. Your FBI man will be too, but the fat guy said a lot of the blood. Still, they're taking him to ICU. For a second, I thought it was a CTU, but Jack knew that every passing moment brought him a little more carry. Still, he has confusions before, and he knew that carry came into layers of each stage. You'll feel fine until the next layer came. You will easy how grocery was. You'll still be the moment before was a fat guy, woman, Amberhead Henderson asked. Jack did it again, and this time his mind wispy. This unit is of yours is coming along. Eh? Henderson managed to new probably to his dismissed service at the same time. The only way a man take a common plan of a ghost ring, he knew it good. We're under this provision list now. I still think you should come over. Speaking of which, he spun on his heel and sat down on the curve next to Jack. What is CIA agent doing up with today? Jack rubs his eyes and pointed down the road, where the ambulance has just been taken into Bushara. I was just along for a while. It was easy to see. Henderson snored. If you joined the counter-terrorist unit, you wouldn't have to tell horse tales. Like I told Woodrow was. You guys set a team up to deal with things. On this slide of yours, the real action overseas. Henderson looked off his shoulder at the Soviet house. Is that so? It's unclear to Jack that was against him, will he at least give him a ride, Henderson said. Jack Stokely said, "Can't. I gotta clean up this mess. Up," he said, referring to his information there was not a damage to his house. "No, you don't," Henderson said. "It's a mess now. CTU mess, I mean." Jack bristles, but then puts his head goes down. He couldn't see it yet. CLA resumes the FBI to pursuit to misinformation. This thing hits the fan. There was the S word again, so I had to say something else. And CTU is going to make Bourne step in as the new energy in charge of the terror case. "It's my case," Jack said. I went in. Had the same wink. "Like I said, let me give you a ride." Kim found Erwin sitting on a curb outside Neil Ham's house. She knew the boys didn't like to be caught crying, so she pretended not to notice as he wiped his eyes. When he was done, he sat down next to him. "I didn't mean to freak you out," she said. "I mean, it was just a game." He's cool, he said, still sniffling. "You didn't freak me out. I kinda did that myself. I wasn't because you and Janet. No, because I was just joking." "No, it's not," he breathed, cut to his thought. McInhoe stopped too. "It's not Jen or anything. He adjusts him in a way Kim couldn't really explain. It wasn't like his friend or anything, but she couldn't tell that someone monster in his body or his head, a cog or a wheel she couldn't see, has never. Like when you click a button on his computer and couldn't sort of senses in go up to before is a point text. I never told anyone before." She didn't say. "You can call me 13th through." Oh, she was old enough to understand that poops of that kind was used to resolve to go up and one of the girls would an email. This was more important. She didn't have to tell Aaron. He could trust her, he would know, or he would. It's real no matter what, but especially real because it is the place at mine cross. She knew still no, not so what he meant or what. It was just knowing that somehow all the air has been sucked away from both of them. He's been one of Princess there was a whole life, and when he asked me, I didn't know what to say. I mean, I didn't know what to say, no, or whatever. No to what? Edwin Silver. He did that. What you ask about inside? He did it a lot. 6:31 p.m. Los Angeles, California. Michael denied the number and waited the phone ring 3 times before it was picked up. No one spoke to the other end. "Hello," Michael said in McCaffrey. "Hello, is Michael there?" When no one spoke, he hung up. His cell phone rang a moment later. "Is this Michael?" said the voice from and speaking Michael probably. "This is Gerber. Gerber, of course. Was not the real name. But that's how we matter. What happened?" Woman instead. "What I thought or what it took me." Before the Arnolds got to him, no doubt. Well, no doubt. The voice on the far end his somehow sucked all the warm out of Michael didn't pass on or any on invocation. Anyhow, that could cause a problem. I don't know how Michael said he knew about almost everything. He stored everything, so it will be no more than they might have guessed on their own. Probably you're right, Gerber said. "We should meet. We need to move forward. Write down this address." Michael wrote. Okay. 6:35 p.m. CTU headquarters, Los Angeles. The Los Angeles headquarters of the counter-terrorist unit look like technology gone wrong. Look, phone lines are approached with cables sprout and out of the ground. More cables drop down debris van like from the ceiling. A few decks sat steady and alone as counting the dead to mine, as rocked in his own garden. There was a picnic going on in the garden, about a half dozen staffers. Whenever there was a picnic in the TV show 24. I don't even know there was a picnic 24. Okay, now something. Kept outside on the floor, sitting down around a blanket of paper napkins, serving Commando's cheese and wheat treats and sucking bottles of Sam Adams beer. This looks cozy, Tex said as he and Henderson entered the room. You guys make a great first impression. Hey, Master in Henderson Jackpot. Hey, so did you hear the good news? One of the Picknos said he stood up and walked towards Henderson with an upper bottle of her hand. We made our first bust. Henderson did not lighten up, and it's big enough so that you're already drinking on the job. The young woman in her late streets glared at Jack and realized that she didn't notice him. She hesitated, then clearly decided that there will be no back and well just to pursue the back place. You know, none of the cars anyway. Jack doesn't think an operation, none of them look at his operation to him. Even the most by one of the operations chose him the land of the supernal head. Of course, listen, don't mess with me quarter about him. Would be lean on your the way of dogs learn it high against you. It's just a tease, even though I knew I employed none of those people. Tell me about the boss, Henderson said. The woman grins Jack. He's alright, Henderson said, waving away an instant at a concern about classification. Barrow, this is Jenny Farrell, one of the accessories. Jenny, Jack Bauer, CLA. She nodded and said anxiously, we're putting together a field report on your firm somewhere. But basically, we know those three guys from the Hollywood Mosque. What three guys? Jack said. Jimmy said three names he didn't recognize. They were working out there. Jimmy said, tuck Aubrey's pride into her episcopal office or rather talking in pride in her absent moments. Or duplicate host writers. We caught them using internet computers and Skype. Terror to contact member of the Al-Qaeda as Aslan. You know what? I know who they are, Jack said. Why? We couldn't get anything detected. And the conversation we recorded were into cover. It took us a while to convince the judge to let us go in, Henderson grunted. Damned once. It is pain in the food to get him. I had to say food because there was an AS word and I don't want to say it. It's our good to is the Jenny Condor and so finally we got events that one of those three had titled to call behind silk number, and the judge decided we have proof cause. A real look, and said, will be. We found plastic explosives in the house. Who is this? The voice that spoke was thin, was tight as a wire. All three of them were thrown to a natural face with a blood head starting at them. He wasn't pale with small, but only Jack got his voice that he thought his stuff was small. His sort of seat became further, but his chest puffed out as through the west of one collapsing under and resting the sun's below. Jack Bauer, CLA. Henderson said quickly, Jack, this is Warren Chappelle. I don't know Warren Chappelle. But apparently he died on season 3. Division director of CTU. Jack reached out to shake Chappelle's hand, but Chappelle only looked at his wrist and eyebrow. Jack realized what was he waiting for. White brought to his hand to produce his identification. Chappelle read it like He was studying a driver's test, then nodded. Welcome, he said finally. Excuse me for a moment. Chappelle turned his breath to cover panicle. Jack took it up reason to turn Henderson. I thought John Mason was the reason doctor he was. Henderson shook his head. Madison is direct director. It's gonna be almost finished, so when I'm done, so I'm gonna be out. By the time I finish the story, the video will be over. I'll see you guys in the next video. Right now, I'm gonna finish the story. Jack rolled his eyes. Henderson's trouble. Will knew. Will little confused about the ties, but it all worked out. Yeah, I could hear that. Under Chappelle's stuttering, the pencils had been balanced as if they never been. The room successfully clear of any joy. Chappelle returned to Henderson and Bauer. Bauer, which was, tell me your confusion coming on board us. Jack bit his lips to avoid squirming. It was the sweetest son we had, but I'm not sure I'm right of it. I'm pretty happy over at the CLA, but I'm interested in what you're going to do with Roman Lee. I thought, the CLA had turned this over to the FBI. I should have come to this, Chappelle sniffed. That's no of case of Johnson now, or I didn't know. Now you know, Jack smiled quickly. He was murdered son of the story of Abraham Lincoln, who was overheard talking about another guest in the whip station. I don't much like that man. Lincoln was heard to say. I had to get to know him better. Jack expressed that a force will not pay out like wine and Chappelle. I like to consider the case, Jack said. It started somehow of the works we did color, Chappelle dipped his chip. By people will tell you it started with our work in Los Angeles. But whatever, you're welcome to read the approach, but I kid. CLA worked on the suspect case of aborting reason. The FBI didn't have a problem. Chappelle laughed disturbedly. Oh well, if the FBI didn't have a problem, he shook his head. They the ones who let woman Yeltsin walk out the front door. Jack decided he had enough. It's easy to pick on the other guys when you don't have the track record at all. We're one of them, Chappelle said. Impressive, Jack steered. 3 Marwin terrorists stuck to the internet. You saved the planet. Jack Henderson stood. The scarf down at the hall. Why don't you get some? Jack grabbed with Chappelle a moment longer, then turned away. Chappelle watched him go. That's the guy you want to bring to him. Richard Hayward says he's the best. Henderson, he is the best. Sorry, I'm going to try this again. Richard Hayward said he is the best. Henderson said, we need him. I need him like a hole in the head, Chappelle replied.